Yo, what is up, guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So, Lewis Ritson gets a controversial split decision over Miguel Vasquez. As far as I'm concerned, Miguel Vasquez once again gets robbed in the UK. He got robbed against O'Hara Davis, and now he's been robbed against Lewis Ritson. In my opinion, Vasquez was the guy controlling the pace. He was controlling the distance. He significantly outlanded Lewis Ritson. And I just felt he outpointed Ritson, outboxed him essentially. You know? I mean, it wasn't a great fight, that has to be said. But to me, if you asked me who was more effective, I would have said Miguel Vasquez. And whose fight was being fought in this bout? Vasquez was fighting his fight, keeping range, moving around, popping the jab, staying active. Whereas Ritson was following him around, throwing single shots, missing wildly at times, and, basically getting outlanded in the majority of the rounds. I mean, to me this was a robbery, I've got to be honest. I felt Lewis Ritson clearly lost this fight. He got outboxed, he got outworked, he got outpointed. Once again though, another hometown decision for a UK fighter. This is becoming far too common in the UK. Sort of 12, 15 years ago, UK boxing fans always pointed out Germany to be the worst country in Europe in regards to decisions. Well, Germany should not have that reputation anymore. We should in the UK. In terms of officiating and judging, the UK is the worst country in Europe, and we have been for a long time now. And we need to accept that, and again, keep on making noise about it, because I'm sick and tired of seeing away fighters coming to this country and getting robbed. It's just a real shame for the integrity of the sport. I'm sick of seeing it, to be honest. But it's boxing, innit? I mean, just really, really disappointing. Like I said, man, it wasn't a great fight, but for me, the clear winner was Miguel Vasquez. And I looked on social media to see whether I was the only one, but no. The majority of people on social media, in fact, everyone I saw, had Vasquez clearly winning this fight. I believe Sky did as well. From what I was being told on Twitter. I was watching the DAZN feed, and they somehow had Lewis Ritson winning this fight. I'm not sure what they was watching. I've seen a few people say Ritson landed the harder, cleaner shots. Well, how effective were they? Because whose face was worse at the end of this fight? Lewis Ritson was the guy with bruising, reddening on his face, and a cut eye. Vasquez was looking clean, to be honest. And listen, I know you don't score fights with how you look after a fight, right? But still, man, how effective were Lewis Ritson's hard shots? To me, there was too few and far in between. Vasquez was just working. Yeah, Ritson would land a good shot here and there, like a good left hook to the body, or a really hard jab or a hard right hand, but like 2 or 3 punches around. He didn't win this fight. This was a one-sided points win for Miguel Vasquez, as far as I'm concerned. Second time I've seen this guy come to the UK and get robbed. And by the way, let's stop talking about Lewis Ritson versus Regis Prograis, because that is just, irresponsible matchmaking. Lewis Ritson would get bludgeoned by Regis Prograis. He'll be knocked out in 4 or 5 rounds tops, if he's lucky. Eddie Hearn needs to bin that fight just for Lewis Ritson's safety. The reality is, if we're talking about Lewis Ritson's next opponent, in a fair and just world, it would be Miguel Vasquez in a rematch. But that's not going to happen. So who should Lewis Ritson fight? Somebody on his level, and that is O'Hara Davis. I mean, to put it in perspective, you could argue O'Hara Davis did a better job against Miguel Vasquez. And by the way, O'Hara Davis lost too, but he also got a gift decision. But I could easily argue O'Hara Davis did a slightly better job. That's how bad Lewis Ritson was in this fight. He was absolutely awful. Predictable, slow, one-dimensional, no dynamism, slow feet, slow hands, no combinations, no adjustments. He was awful. Okay? It's that simple. Lewis Ritson's a good kid. He's a hard guy. And he comes to fight, but he lost this fight, man. And this fight painfully exposed his level. Lewis Ritson is a good domestic fighter, nothing more, nothing less. Lewis Ritson has fought 2 guys above domestic level. At lightweight, he fought the European champion Francesco Patera and got schooled. At 140, he fought Miguel Vasquez, a faded former world champion, well past his best, and he got a gift decision. Ritson is nowhere near world level, and he never will be. He's going to be in great domestic tear-ups, but that's where he should be. Forget Regis Prograis. Forget anything of the sort. Forget Josh Taylor. These are gross mismatches. Nobody wants to see them. You know, I'm disgusted with the scoring for this fight. I'm disgusted by DAZN's commentary, to be quite frank. I mean, come on, man. Absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. But I'm not surprised. You know, when this fight ended, I said on Twitter, fuckery inbound, and that's exactly what happened. Man, again, man, the same old faces in British boxing, ruining guys' earning potential by fucking them over in fights. Absolutely disgraceful. Share your thoughts below. Peace.